Hello, I'm Keith Doornbos, and I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Church Renewal and the Director of the Church Renewal Lab. We love to serve leaders who are renewing churches. We'd encourage you to visit us at churchrenew.org for more information. But what I'd like to talk to you about this afternoon is just about becoming a church with gravitational pull and the importance of becoming a church with gravitational pull. Let me explain to you what I have in mind. Church with gravitational pull is a church that consistently is drawing disconnected people from faith and faith family into connection with faith and faith family. So people are always moving gravitationally down from disconnection to connection. Maybe an illustration that would work for you is the idea of an hourglass. When an hourglass is vertical, of course, there's thousands and thousands of sands up at the top of that hourglass, that when the hourglass is vertical again, gravity is drawing them down towards the narrows. A church with gravitational pull is like that. They're like the hourglass, where there's many, many people who are on their radar, who they have some distant connection with, who are being drawn gravitationally by the work of the Holy Spirit down towards the narrows of baptism. Now, in order for that to work, a church needs to be aware of the movement of people and making invitations to them so that they become ever closer to that connection. When I think about people, I think about people being in sort of different stages of this place of disconnection to connection. Beginning with the first stage, which would be on the radar people, which are people that we have some connection with. It may be that they are attending one of the programs of the church, their children may be. It may be that they live in our neighborhood. Perhaps they are a friend of one of the members of the church, but they're on the radar people. Churches with gravitational pull recognize these people, know their names, even think about them sometimes before these persons even are thinking about the church. And then the next stage would be persons who move from on the radar to first touch. And first touch people are the people who have some sort of a contact in the life of the congregation. That first touch could be stopping into worship with you on a Sunday morning or coming to a Wednesday night program. It may be just an opportunity that you've invited them to an Easter service or something else like it. First touch people. Then the next level is what I call relationally connected people. Relationally connected. These are the people who have some sort of relationship with the members of the congregation and the life of the congregation, so that there's sort of a stickiness about their being there. They're no longer just sort of tire kickers. They actually have a connection. After relationally connected, the next stage is gospel informed. There are people who know this gospel story, and they have embraced that gospel story. And then finally, the last stage is what I call baptism ready. Baptism ready. Now, each time a church with gravitational pull is sort of watching and monitoring and even encouraging the process by which the people move from stage to stage, which means that the church is asking this question: what next? What next? What are we going to invite them to next as they move down? How would we move a radar person to first touch? What would we do next? What would we do next to move from first touch to relationally connection? What would we do next to move from relationally connected to gospel informed, and then from gospel informed to baptism ready? What next is the key question. And there's answers like alpha may be in here, relationally connected may be a small group, gospel informed may be a pastor's class, baptism ready may be a deeper dive into the essence of Christianity. But the goal is to disciple people, first disciple them to Christ, then into Christ, and then for Christ. So the question is, does your church have gravitational pull? A lot of churches, instead of looking like this, an hourglass that's vertical, look more like this, an hourglass that's horizontal. And because there is no cooperation with the Holy Spirit, there is no movement through the narrows of baptism. And some churches are in some stages in between. But I'd like to encourage you to think about becoming a church with gravitational pull that helps people move through the stages of disconnected to connected. Thanks very much for listening, and visit us again at churchrenew.org. Thank you.